What's good, guys? Welcome back to Ron's Rides. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video where, yes, this is the first 2021 Maserati Ghibli to make it to the channel. The first 2021 Maserati to make it overall to the channel, and they are going like hotcakes already. Okay, so I'm at Ferrari Maserati of Orlando, and really, they already had about 4 of these come in. There's 2 Levantes that just came in right over there. That one is already sold. There's one Levante that already came in and got sold and is gone. And then there's this Ghibli and that other Levante. So yes, they're gonna go quick because everybody's gonna want what's new. So it's gonna be hard to get these, but I'm gonna get them as quick as possible. So this one's still here. This is a 2021 Maserati Ghibli GranSport SQ4. And there's some new things on here you guys might want to see. So I have it here on the channel. We're gonna go over the interior, exterior, everything that you need to know about this model. We're gonna hear it crank up a little bit. And then I'm gonna do an individual video on the new Maserati infotainment system. That's something that's all new and that's a beast on its own. So we're gonna have to go over that in a full video so you don't spend too much time doing it in this video. With that said, let's check out the complete spec of this 2021 Ghibli GranSport. Let's see what it has to offer. Let's see the price, let's see the features. Let's just see what the car's about. Key fob is the same that you're used to for Maserati, and I don't really want them to change it. When this came out, this was one of the best key fobs in the game, and it still is, in my opinion, for this market. So unlock, lock, your remote start, your remote start and your trunk release with your physical key. All right, so you press the button here and it will pull out there. But yes, this is one of the best key fobs in the game for its segment, for sure. Let's talk about this, guys. This is a Grigio spec, which gives you the nice metallic gray. All right, this is also a Nerissimo, which gives you the black package. All right, it's a SQ4 GranSport, which means it has the sportier exterior body style, and it also is an all-wheel drive. And with the S in it, that means it has the bigger engine that Maserati allows for the Ghibli. Now, it's not the Trofeo engine, obviously, so it's not going to be the biggest engine, but it's going to be the bigger engine between the 345 horsepower engine and the 424 horsepower engine. Now, Maserati has done a lot of exterior changes. As you can see, we'll get to those taillights in a moment, but they're very subtle changes if you never really looked at these cars up close and personal. Now, for us, we probably are going to know a lot of the changes that they've made, and you know, it's really going to be something that you have to look closely to really get it and understand it. But for most of us, the small changes actually are quite big because they make sense. All right, it's the small touches and details that really go a long way. So let's talk about what we have on this specific spec and what Maserati has changed for 2021 that you'll really notice in all of the Ghibli models. So let's go right up front here. You can see that this has the GranSport model look. All right, so the big air intakes on the side, you know, with the mesh grille. You have the black piano black slits there. All right, so the blades. You have the piano black lip. You have the grill, mesh grill down in the center there as well. And then you have the big Trident up front, which lets you know that you have all your driver assistance technology in. Now, that's stuff that you guys have seen before. You guys notice what's different up front here. Look at the grill. It's got a 3D look to it, right? Because the slits actually have a little like design woven into them, all right, to where it's actually an actual piece right here that my finger is connecting to. All right, so instead of it being straight up and down with the black design, they did the piano black on the GranSport and chrome on the Gran Lusso, but they added these nice little grooves into the slits. It actually helps out the look even more. It's the small details, again, that go a long way. So that looks really good. I love the way they did that. Now, on the side, you're not going to notice much of a difference. You have the 20-inch Urano wheels that you're used to seeing. I had these same wheels on my old Ghibli. All right, same kind of spec with the Brembo brakes, drilled rotors, red calipers with white script, and you have the black insignia right in the middle with the Pirelli P0 tires. So nothing new that you've seen here, but we'll look at some wheels as they come in on each model as they arrive. You also have the GranSport badge right here on the side. Body match color for the side skirts, all right, that comes with the GranSport. Also, the GranSport will give you the body color door handles, and because this is the black package, you will have the black mirror caps and the black window molding surround as well. All Ghiblis come standard with a sunroof. Nothing has changed there, so the sunroof is there, all right? And then you have your little darker Trident there as well, all right? I forgot to mention up front, I was so excited about everything else, your headlights. Your headlights are the full LED matrix headlights that are one of the best in the game. They look really good. Obviously, we've gone over those plenty of times before. I just got so excited about the new stuff. Now, let's talk about the rear, because look at this. Look at the taillights. Wow. We're gonna check these out in a second, illuminated all the way with the turn signals on, but man, these look awesome. Finally, Maserati has changed their taillights. It's been so long since the 2014 Ghibli came in that we had the same taillights for the Maserati Ghibli, and this gives it a much better look. These are changed in the Quattroporte, Ghibli, and Levante, and it's just, I mean, again, the boomerang look. This just, wow, I love this style. Darkened tail lamps, clear in the center, boomerang on the outside, reflector there. Look at that. That looks so good. And then you pair it with the GranSport rear bumper, all right, with the honeycomb grille, but it's not functional. All right, you have your dual exhaust, and you have it done in black because of the black package. And also with the GranSport, you'll get the black diffuser right down in the middle, and it is gloss. So yes, this whole package looks good. You have the darkened Ghibli badge, you have the darkened Maserati insignia there, and you have the darkened SQ4 badge, all right? So with that said, the whole package just looks so good together. I love this. Let's see these taillights flashing and illuminated. Let's take a look at these illuminated lights all together. First off, the full matrix LED headlamps. So you can see the daytime running LED switchback. So you see the amber there for the turn signal. And you see the headlight there. Perfect look. This thing is so incredible. I did a whole video on these a couple years ago. If you can find that, make sure you check that out as well. I may have to do it again. You see the turn signals in the mirrors there as well. And obviously, the new boomerang tail lamps. See the full view of those with the turn signals. Looks great. For this Ghibli engine, it's the same one that we're used to. It's a great engine, but it's not like it's the Ghibli Hybrid or the Trofeo for 2021 here. We're still looking at the SQ4. So with that said, 424 horsepower, 406 pound-feet of max torque at a 0 to 60 in 4.7 seconds, and a max speed of 178 miles per hour. Now, this thing is something fierce, and it sounds just as fierce as it looks. You guys, we've been through a lot with this engine, and they will be changing it up pretty soon, but we do have, again, the Trofeo and the Hybrid for this year. So this is a good middleman in between. So with that said, let's admire it, and let's admire that sound. Still one of the best twin turbo V6s in the game. That sound, wow. All right, so combined city and highway for your fuel economy. Premium fuel, all right, 19 combined city and highway, 16 city, 24 highway. You don't get this thing because of fuel economy, but that's what you're looking at. Once we get a hold of the Trofeo, it's gonna be worse. And then your cubic feet in the back for your trunk space is 17.7 cubic feet. You do have plenty of things back here as far as accessories, because we do have the accessories options on this, and you have a 60-40 split for your rear seats. Batteries back here as well, and a 12-volt with the net and some cargo there. I mean, tons of accessories. I mean, look at this, the net here. I mean, you have the umbrella, everything, the shield. All right, you have the first aid kit and everything here. They have everything. And then spare tire and tools underneath. I won't go under that right now because there's just a lot there. This does not have the automatic trunk release, all right? So this is not an automated trunk. That option is left off here, so you actually have to pull down on this thing to actually get to go down. I know it seems really chintzy, but it is what it is. You do have a nice little Maserati insignia there on that plastic, so it does look good that way. So opening the doors, we do have soft closed doors today, so push it in, let Maserati do the rest by sucking it back in. All right, so with that said, nice soft closed doors, but you also have your dual pane windows, all right, to help out the sound control, and you also have the nice hingeless design, all right, so you can open this up to wherever you want, you can close it to wherever you want. It doesn't have any preset design for the hinges, all right, so it doesn't have to open to here, it can open anywhere. Now before we step in, you'll see the big aluminum Maserati side sill plate, you'll see the aluminum pedals, all right, GranSport, you're gonna get that aluminum there, and then you'll see the sport seats, white contrasted stitching with these sport seats. They look good as always, but I would rather just see that stitching done up there for the Maserati insignia, but it is what it is. Sport seats we're used to. All right, so we'll step inside here and you'll see the sport steering wheel, big column mounted paddle shifters. All right, Italians do it best when it comes to those paddle shifters. Leather wrap steering wheel, perforated leather, you know, just the Maserati insignia, everything that you're used to for the sport steering wheel as well. Let's check out the door. So you can see that we have the carbon fiber twill trim. All right, so you see the carbon fiber there, you see the aluminum. All right, and then the door itself is pretty tame, pretty chill. You do have some contrasted stitching there, window controls and everything there for your mirrors to fold them in. But this is pretty plasticky, not much to it. It is not a high grade spec, but you do have the Harman Kardon radio there as well. That looks very good. Let's get to the bread and butter. All right, so you can see, you can see all of the dots from fingerprints all over this thing. Hold on, before, let me just clean it. Let me wipe it down. I'll wipe it down for you guys real quick. Hold on. How about that? Does that look better? All right, so wiped it down for you guys, but there's a lot of fingerprints on it because I already did a video on this full MIA touchscreen system that's new, completely new for 2021 that will come out shortly after this video, but I filmed that first. So I have played with this thing. Incredible, incredible. You guys are gonna love this. Make sure you check out that video. Before we get into that, you do still have the same HVAC down here. This looks the same as before, but what's in it is different. And Maserati really answered a complaint that I had for this car, and I really, really enjoy this. So push it in, all right, and what do you see? Well, you see a USB-C and a USB 2.0 plug-in. That's nice, that's new, all right, great. Change it with the times. But if we get a little bit closer down here, what is that I see? That is a wireless charger. So before, this was just phone storage once you had this out, but this now is a wireless charger. So you can see the charging port there. So you need to slide this out actually, but you do not slide it. You push it and it pops out. So now you have a wireless charger that you set your phone here and it charges inside of here and then easily tucks away just like that. That is clutch. I am so glad that they finally did that because before you just pull this out like nothing and it just set the phone there but it didn't charge it. Now you have a wireless charger here. Maserati is stepping it up big time. You also have the big carbon fiber slab down here in the middle. You have the extra stowage there. You have the 8-speed ZF transmission, which gives you the dual track gear shift. So you can actually put it in park, pressing it here. You can go in drive, go into reverse, go into neutral, and push it to the left to manually shift. Now, you have your buttons here for traction off. You have your start-stop button. You have your ICE, which is increased efficiency, best used for a better fuel economy. You have your sport mode. We already know what that does. Opens up those valves and let it rip. And you have your adaptive softening dampers there for your suspension. Now you guys can see something a little different. Not the parking brake, not the rotary knob, kind of, but you see a browse and enter and a mute button. That's going to be for your new MIA system, where it's a little different this year. This is a little bit different, so I'll get into that on that full video, but you can tell by just pressing this, you will power on and off your new touchscreen. But with that said, this is a whole new ball game. So as you can see, we do have our big sunroof. We do have our split armrest there. All right, so you can see that you do have your lighter there. All right, and you have your cooling where you can make this a cooler essentially. You can turn this on and it will actually let cooling inside of this thing, which is very nice. You can tear a headliner and pillars all throughout this thing. You also see your SOS, your trunk release. You see your parking sensors. I mean, everything, your sunroof controls, all that good stuff, garage door opener, floodlights, everything you're used to there. You also have your glove box right here. All right, same that you're used to for your glove box. I'm just kind of going over all of this. Just look at these new dials. I mean, look at the speedo is done different. There's new graphics on the TFT screen in the center. The dials look so much better. I mean, wow. You got a first glimpse at this when you saw the Trofeo model, but this looks great. So first, I'm going to start the car from here so you guys can see what the dial display and the, I guess the graphic and the welcome screen does. So you see Ghibli there. And then on the touchscreen, you see that Maserati show up. Wow, that is awesome. Love it. All right, so with that, you hit accept, and now you're into this 10.1-inch Maserati Intelligent Assistant System. Guys, I'm telling you, I go into a full detailed video for this thing. You're going to need to see it. We'll go back to that in a second. But you see the new graphics on the TFT screen for the speedo here. Looks a lot more, I guess, I want to say sporty. I mean, look at it. I mean, all that has changed. Every single bit of it has changed. And it looks really good in my opinion. So let's do a little zoom in here. See if we can get that a little bit closer. All right, so you guys can see everything here. We'll kind of scroll through the menus, see what it looks like. All right, so press that to enter settings. And as you guys can tell, I'm using the controls here as always. I guess I should go over that, right? And obviously you have your voice commands here. All right, your hands-free for your telephone. On the back here, you have your radio controls as well to turn up and down the volume. And on this side to switch. You also have your level 2 autonomous driving systems here as well on the side. So you have all that good stuff, but let's get back to what's up here. So no stored messages, all right? So start, stop there. My seatbelt's unbuckled, won't let me do that. You can see that if it does have other screens down there, you can see the little dots. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it lets you know that there's other screens that you can press the enter button and it'll take you to different screens. So this is your trip A, trip B, and your fuel economy there. All right, then if I were to go up, you see the normal speedo there with the miles per hour and your level 2 autonomous driving system and your mileage. You see that has 31 miles. The drive mode we're in, if I put it in ice, you'll see that all go to like a turquoise blue color. And if I go to green, that's sport mode, baby. That is sport mode, but it shows you the different things that it changes in those modes there. So you have that. You also have your outside temp, so you can kind of change up the miles per hour there, add some extra information. You also have your vehicle settings, which if we go into that, you can do your customizations on this thing and set up everything that's up in the corner there on the left-hand side. So it's just a different kind of setup in a sense, but really the same thing when it comes down to the bones of it. If you play with one system on the TFT screen, you play with them all. So really it's just nicely set up, but it's not too much different unlike this thing. Man, I'm telling you guys, just to let you know how different this is. Hey Maserati, I'm warm.
Pardon me.
I'm warm.
Cooler.
It just turned on the temp for me. Yeah, you guys haven't seen that in the Maserati yet, have you? Well, this is not the FCA Uconnect system anymore. This is the Android system that they use, and this is very tailored to the car. I mean, so tailored, they have driver profiles on this thing to where when you change the settings, you don't change the settings for the entire car. You change the settings for that driver profile. So if I set up a profile, then I let my wife set up a profile, then I let my kids set up a profile, it changes every single thing in this car that you change for each profile. So it can be a different car depending on who gets in it, different personality, everything. I mean, guys, again, it'll take too long for me to go into this now on this video. But check out the next video because, yeah, this is fluent. I mean, it works so good. The transitions are nice. It looks perfect, glossy, fingerprinting, but perfect. It really is tech driven. It really is very smooth. I mean, even around the bezel, you see how clean they really meshed this flush screen into here. It really looks like it's a part of the Maserati ecosystem, which the touchscreen has gotten so much better over time that this is a deal breaker for a lot of people. If you want something like this, it's going to be worth getting the 2021 over any of the other models. I'll say it that way. But this thing is incredible. You're going to love the way it looks. I mean, it's so fluent. I mean, again, I don't want to go too much into it, but this is the business right here. So in the rear, you still have the soft closed doors, so that will pull that in. You still have the pillarless design, but you do not have the dual pane windows there. You also have the same materials on the door panel as well. So carbon fiber, aluminum. You have the stitching there as well for the contrasted stitching, and the Harman Kardon speaker. All right, no aluminum side sill for that. And then if you were to step inside, you'll still get the kind of sports bolstered seats there. All right, looks very good. Same kind of contrasted stitching there as well. You also have up front here your HVAC controls, all right, but no heated or cooling in the rear. All right, so nothing there, just the HVAC. You do also have your armrest there, all right, and that will show you your cup holders in a nice little style with the chrome surround. And then if you were to open up there, you have your nice stowage, but no specific charging setup back here, so it's not as friendly as you would like it to be for your rear seat passengers. You do have a decent amount of legroom, but it is a Ghibli, so it is not going to be, you know, very excessive as far as legroom, but you will fit back here. There's a little bit of curvature to the back of the sports seat and a net here, but that's all they pretty much give you. But again, I'm 5'11", and I was sitting very comfortably up front. I could probably move it up to where this seat is, which just is a little bit, and you can see about how much legroom you have back there. But other than that, that's really it that you get for this model. There's other stuff you can add, but as you can see, this came in pretty simple. All right, so this is what you guys want to know. All right, so this is why you guys are here. The 2021 Ghibli SQ4 GranSport. This is the sticker price. This is the MSRP to start, $88,690. After the additional options, you're looking at $94,204. That's after $1,195 in destination charges and $300 in preparation and delivery. All right, so with that said, this is your 2021 Maserati Ghibli. These are your additional options on this specific car. So you see we have the carbon fiber macro twill trim, which is $900 for the interior. You also have the metallic paint for Grigio, $1,200. You have the Nerissimo black pack, $1,100, and you have those 20-inch Urano glossy black wheels, $400. Now, you also have accessories. So we saw in the back, the Ghibli accessories, which is the first aid road kit, all right, the luggage compartment mat, the luggage compartment net, the umbrella, and the sunshade, $419. So not a ton of options on this one, but it's already come pretty loaded up because it's a GranSport. So let's look at all those standard options. Now, it's going to be a little different this year because we have a few different upgrades from last year. The biggest thing is that 10.1-inch touchscreen radio. But you can see everything that you get right off the bat with this. Make sure you guys pause it if you want to, because it's going to take me forever to say all of these. But this is what you will get standard for this GranSport model. And remember, the GranSport is the upgraded model, and it has the bigger engine as well. So you get a lot with this starting off. I mean, GranSport model will give you the black kidney grills. It'll give you the red calipers with white script. All right, so you get that automatically. You'll automatically get the full matrix LED headlamps and stuff. So make sure you look at, again, at this standard equipment, because with it being a GranSport, with it being a 2021 model, it's going to be a little bit different than you're used to. So make sure you guys check that out. But with that said, that's the sticker though. That's what it's it. I mean, guys, what are you guys thinking about this 2021 model Ghibli GranSport SQ4? Hopefully you guys enjoyed my video of this new 2021 Ghibli GranSport SQ4. We went big for the first one. With that said, what are you guys thinking? What do you like? What's your new favorite thing about the upgraded Ghibli? Is it the front grille? Is it the new taillights? Is it the new MIA system? Is it the speedo with the new TFT screen? Let me know what you guys are thinking. And if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. If you get a thumbs up, we'll help get it up in the rankings. More people can see it and we can have a bigger discussion on this 2021 Maserati Ghibli SQ4 GranSport. Now with that said, if you guys want to further help support the channel, always check the links down below. I have a one-time link donation for my PayPal, my Cash App, and my Venmo. Just in case you guys want to throw a couple extra dollars to the channel, help support your boy, you can always do that, or check out the Patreon, be a monthly subscriber there. You can also check out the Ron's Rides merch, get t-shirts, hoodies, stickers, everything Ron's Rides. Check that out. Don't be afraid to get some gear. You can also check me out on Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram. I got a TikTok. Make sure you guys check that out. See what I'm posting. Maserati, Ferrari, and Alfa Romeo that doesn't always make it here to the channel. And with that said, subscribe to the channel, but click that notification bell so you do not miss one Ron's Rides video. With that said, you guys be blessed. Have a great day. And we'll talk to you guys in the next Ron's Rides video. Peace.